Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Silvia Kabrianti. I am from Mining Engineering, Universitas Jember. I will present a journal about understanding the connection between blasting and high wall stability. The abstract: Surface Mine continues to implement high wall for several reasons, such as increasing recovery, improving margin, and justifying higher scrapping ratio. High wall stability is a complex issue that is dependent upon a variety of mining and geologic factors, and a safe design is necessary for a successful surface operation. To improve high wall stability, it is important to understand the connection between local geology and blasting. Explosives are employed throughout the mining industry for primary rock breakage. There are a number of controlled blasting techniques that can be implemented to improve high wall stability. These include line drilling, smooth wall blasting, trim blasting, buffer blasting, air decking, and press plating. Each of these techniques have associated advantage and disadvantage. Understanding local geology is necessary for selecting the appropriate control blasting technique. Furthermore, understanding the limitation and condition for successful implementation of each technique is necessary. A discussion of the impact of geologic condition on high wall stability is provided. Additionally, discussion is provided for the successful incorporation of the control blasting techniques listed above, and the associated mining and geologic factors that influence the selection and design of control blasting plans. Finally, a new methodology is proposed. Introduction: Explosives are used throughout the mining industry as the standard for primary rock breakage, a critical part of the mining cycle. In 2015, the U.S. consumed 2,2 million tons of explosives. The coal mining industry accounts for the majority of explosive consumption, accounting for approximately 63% of total explosive. The quarrying and non-metal mining industries account for 12% of explosive consumption, and the metal mining industry account for 9%. This constitutes 84% of the explosive used in the U.S. However, the energy released during the detonation process is often in excess of that required to adequately fragment and surrounding rock. This excessive energy, along with over-confinement and poor blast geometry, will cause damage to the undisturbed rock mass beyond the intended boundary of the blast. This event is known as overbreak or backbreak. There are a number of problems associated with excessive overbreak of a rock face. Chief among these are the safety concerns related to loose rock and bend stability due to cracking. Other concerns include uneven burdens on the face for the next round of blasts. Overbreak can also cause void within the rock mass that will reduce the overall effectiveness of the explosive. These concerns are compounded when blasting in a joint rock mass. Those rock masses with joints dipping towards the face have the potential for sliding along the joints. Those that are dipping away from the face can lead to block toppling. When slope stability becomes an issue, a control blasting technique must be used to improve stability. There are a number of control blasting techniques that are used in the mining, construction, and tunneling industry. The most commonly used of these techniques is press splitting. However, there are issues related to press splitting that may reduce its applicability and performance. There are other techniques available to improve high-quality stability that can be used when press plating is not optimal. Each of these techniques has their own associated advantage and disadvantage. It is key investors and engineers have adequate knowledge of the tools available to ensure safety and economic goals are achieved simultaneously. The conclusion: explosives are heavily related weapons throughout the mining industry. When using explosives for rock breakage, there is always the potential to damage the final excavation line beyond the intended boundary of the blast site. Excessive amount of overbreak on a rock face can cause several issues. The most important of these is the increased worker and equipment exposure to potential rock fall hazard. However, there are other issues related to band stability and future blast performance based on the amount of overbreak occurring during a blasting operation. To reduce the amount of overbreak occurring at the final excavation line, a number of control blasting techniques have been developed. It is important to understand the critical features of each technique and the associated limitation and consideration of each technique when selecting an appropriate technique or techniques for a blasting operation. Press splitting is the most commonly used control blasting technique. However, there are issues related to press plating that may reduce its applicability and performance. There are other techniques available to improve high-quality stability that can be used when press plating is not optimal. Each of these techniques is similar, but there are key features that must be accounted for to ensure successful implementation. If these features are not known or not designed, controlled blasting may not be successful or can hinder the mining operation as a whole. A new design is being studied by a research team at Missouri S&T that will incorporate timing sequence into press plating operation using exact programmable delays from electronic detonator technologies. The result of this research should provide mining operation and civil highway operations with a tool that will produce more stable excavation boundaries. This will result in lower costs and effort to stabilize or remediate the excavation. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.